Good morning, everyone. We're about to have a Latchbar workout. Now, you all are familiar with the Latchbar, so we're just going to do a morning workout. So just hang out and let's get the job done. So, I guess I better move my bench out of the way a little bit as we get started. Since it's early in the morning and I haven't done anything, I gotta get warmed up. And we're gonna warm up doing a resistive jog, or jogging with resistance. So, I'm gonna set it up so that I have one around my waist and one around my chest. These are flat resistance bands. The system, as you know, can use either flat or tubular type resistance bands. And here we go. We are getting started. Got my timer set so that I know the duration of the workout. And I can look at my clock on the wall and track my resistive jogging. There, that's what we're doing this morning. Try to get warmed up. Wake your body up, wake those muscles up. Start burning calories. This is all about the LW500 Latchbar exercise system. This system is an attachment system for resistance bands and also straps. It is a full body workout once you are using the attachment system with your resistance bands or with supply resistance bands. You can find the system on the website www.LW500products.net. You can also see more than 100 video demonstrations on YouTube. Log on. When you log on in the search field, type in my product name, LW500 Latchbar Exercise System. Once I come up, subscribe, please. I need some subscribers. It don't cost you a penny. It helps me, though, get my channel. And I need a channel. This way, I can present to you, and maybe there might be some monetary benefits for me. That would be great. But more importantly, I just want a channel. I think I should be awarded that because I am putting in a lot of work to try and get it. And you guys can help me out. Trying to loosen everything up as we get into our workout. Not only can you use those for resistive jogging, you can just use bands for your total workout with using apparatuses for attachments, it changes your whole workout. We were just doing a workout at the moment. We were using the attachment of a basic latch bar mounted on the wall with the resistance bands. Now you see all kinds of different things around you. Floor mounts, over here, over here, over here. Those are all floor mounts. Over here you have what's mounted on the wall. It's a wall mount system. So it consists of 5 latch bars, 3 horizontally and 2 vertically. The horizontal ones are deluxe flat latch bars. The vertical ones are basic latch bars. So what are we gonna do? First we'll move this out of the way. And we'll grab the deluxe round latch bar and we can conduct pulls. You can also do pulls with your arms in the reverse direction, as if you were going to do a curl. And if you're strong enough, you can probably do a curl. Either way, you'll be strengthening your arms and your core. Now you can do that also forward and pull. So that's kind of reverse. You have what we call an ankle strap. You can also put this strap around your wrist. And now you can do all kinds of arm exercise, utilizing the straps around your wrist. Man, is that difficult? It's not so difficult, it's effective. Instead of having something in your hand, you actually have it around your wrist, and it's very different. And of course, you can turn around with the straps around your wrist, and you can work out in the forward direction also. We're going to bring a bench over. And we're going to take those same straps and put them on our legs. Make sure you move your bench back so that you don't fall off your bench. Move back to make sure that you have tension on your resistance bands. And now, curl your legs. Pull your legs towards you, and it will work your hamstrings and make them a lot stronger. The further you pull yourself back and apply tension, the more difficult it will become. You can add more resistance if you like. It's very simple to do so. We have some short resistance bands here, and we could actually just clip them right on to add more resistance if we so desired. We're not going to do that. We're going to turn around the opposite way. And we're going to extend our legs forward so that we can work out our thigh muscles. Your hamstring is part of your thigh, but that's your lower thigh. Now we're going to work on our upper thigh. By extending our legs forward, you'll be working on your upper thigh. Velcro straps. They just rip off. Need to turn some air on over here. I'm a little bit warm. We're going to bring our deluxe latch bar back, the round bar. And as we were standing, we were doing pulls on this bar. You can also do the same thing as you're sitting. That is a core exercise. And I'm sure you will feel the effectiveness of it. Now we're going to step into or in between the resistance band so that we can sit on the bench, and now conduct a bench press. As you work with resistance bands, the resistance you want to keep extended so that there's constant tension on your resistance band while you're doing your workout. For example, if you're doing a press, you don't want to do a press like you're lifting a weight. For example, if you're doing a press using a resistance band, of course you want to extend it if you're doing a press, but if you're doing multiple presses, in order to get the benefit out of the resistance band, never bring it all the way back down like this. Keep it extended so that there's constant tension on the resistance band, and then you'll get the benefits that you're looking for. For example, bring it down partially, and then push it back up. And hold it there. Slowly bring it down. A lot of burn sensation there. And that's what you want. You want to feel your workout. So we also have a set of straps in place, because these latches, our latches, you can actually connect multiple items. So if you're able to connect multiple items, they're not in the way. So you can just put it to the side and use something else that's still connected. So they're like utility bars. You know, the utility bar where you have multiple things on your utility belt. That's what we have here. A variety of exercise opportunities using the LW500 Latchbar exercise system. Your opportunities are endless. There are so many different exercises that you can conduct that it's endless. We just did a pull-up crunch using the wall mount attachment system. I just want to make sure all my goods are in place. Because now using the portable equipment, we're going to do some exercise while we're on the floor. So I want to have enough items around me so that I do not have to get up in order to use them. This also gives you guys a more broader view of what you can do using the attachment system. With the attachment system, you can do sit-ups with assistance of straps and the basic latch bar. The straps have hand grips, and once you apply tension to the hand grips, the latch bar will go from a flat position on the floor, a flat position, to a vertical position. It'll still be horizontal, but it'll go from the flat to the upright position. And once you apply it to your feet, you just maintain pressure or tension, and it'll stay wherever you put it. Then you can use the grips along with your abdomen in order to pull yourself into a sit-up position, just as you just saw me conduct an easy sit-up. That's right. And we all know sit-ups are not that easy. Using this system, it becomes an awful lot easier to conduct the sit-up, and also in releasing yourself back down, you have control of how hard you hit the floor or the mat. You have control. In order to get full benefit out of doing this exercise, though, you need to use your abdomen as much as possible. Of course, your hands are there on your hand grips to assist you, not to actually do the sit-up for you. So you need to make sure you put some abdomen effort into it just as well, and hold these as a guide. Since you want to strengthen your abs, that's what you have to do. So now we're going to do a crunch. Same method. Now let's not kid ourselves. If you never had ab muscles, you probably will never get them. But you will reduce the size of your abdomen and you will strengthen your abdomen. That's your core. Remember, the more you have around your waist, the more prone you are to having a stroke or a heart attack. So that's why we want to work as much of this off as we can. It's for health reasons. Using the Latchbar attachment system enables you to work on your core a lot easier than ever before. You have that sit-up apparatus there. We have another basic Latchbar set up here with resistance bands. We're basically going to connect it or place it on our feet in the same mannerism. Now you have some extreme resistance and you're going to just lean backwards. And you'll be working your core just as if you were doing a sit-up, and this will pull you back up to your sit-up position. Additionally, you can just do pulls. And with resistance, your arms will get tired. Your muscles will start to burn. Stop for a minute, go right back to it. See how easy that is? That's an alternative, but it'll strengthen your core and of course your arms because you're working on both. Now that's using the basic Latchbar. You can also do the same using the deluxe Latchbar. Placing it down so that you can put your feet on it in the same place. These same exercises, a lot of them you can also do while standing. Now you can also do your legs while you're in this position. Because remember, as long as you maintain resistance, the Latchbar will stay on your feet. And in doing that, you'll find a level of difficulty that you will appreciate. Also, you have the sit on, lay on, flat bar right there. And what we're going to do, we're going to lay on it. Then we're going to pull the round bar over our head. And we're going to make sure the flat bar is under our shoulder blades so that we can conduct a press while in the lying position. When you're finished, just place it back over your head, and you're done. So while we're here, I'm going to get back on the floor and do another set of sit-up and crunch. This is also part of my daily workout. So I've included you in my daily workout so that you could see the usage and the effectiveness of using the Latchbar exercise system. Okay. While we still have all this equipment lying around, before hanging it up, I will use it. We did some pulls and semi-squats to make me even more tired. But it's all good. Because I'm enjoying every minute of this. every minute. So we have, once again, a deluxe flat latch bar. And now, are you with me? We just ran off a press, some squats, and some curls. Well, since I took it off, I will proceed and demonstrate, or use, should I say, because this is my workout and I'm sharing it with you. Ooh, you must have tripped over the floor. You jumped up and hit me just now. Not finished yet. I still have to put this one away. So, you remember, we were laying down conducting this exercise. Now we're standing. And we're doing a pull. If you wanted to do the other motion, we would have to turn it into a semi-squat. Then you could take advantage of the leg exercise using the same piece of equipment. I'm telling you, this right here would work you almost to death. I don't mean that literally. I only mean it will give you the workout that you need, and all you need is just a couple of pieces. We have another basic or another deluxe flat latch bar, and we have attachments. We have resistance bands with hand grips, and you can of course do curls, and you can do pulls in all directions. can't duplicate that with my left arm. I have an injury. But as you can see, you can do curls just as well. So I'm rehabilitating my left arm so I can get it back in the shape that it used to be in before I suffered an injury. There was a time I couldn't even do that. So we're making progress. Cross pulls. You can do them low, you can do them high, however much you can extend it. Hey, portable equipment is no joke. We're still at it. This time we have a resistance band with a hand grip and a resistance band with a single latch bar. Of course, these are mates, but they don't have to be used as a mate. They can be used as such. Now, you're looking at it and you're saying, well, a lot of this you can do with weights, but weights aren't going to be this friendly. So you're not going to be able to move them as quickly with the agility, or you also have to remember, if you hit yourself with that weight, it's not going to be user-friendly. If you hit yourself with one of these, it's going to be very user-friendly, trust me. It's not going to injure you, it's not going to break your finger, it's not going to break anything. Resistance bands are much better for your joints, much better for your muscles. You pull less muscles and you don't injure your joints. Remember, joints are very, very sensitive and you can damage your joint. That's right. Fortunately, they're able to replace a lot of our joints, but don't kid yourself. If they replace your joint is never the same. Take it from me, I know, I have 2 prosthetic hips. That's correct. But if you have anything prosthetic, you have to work your living tail off in order to make it look normal. And that's what I've done. I've done it using the Latchbar exercise system. You can do the same. That's right. Whether you're injured or not, you could improve on what you got. And that's what we're doing. So we're going to continue. We got a lot more we can do. We're about to conduct the pull-down crunch. How about a side crunch? What do you think? You think we're giving our core an effective workout? Or what? How about our body? We've worked everything from our ankles to our wrist and all the way up to our shoulders. And believe it or not, even your head and neck, even though it wasn't applied, was included in some of this strengthening because you have to maintain a posture. So always remember that. But you can do exercise that will also strengthen your upper torso. And I mean strengthen. So without any further ado, let's get to it. We're going to step it up a little bit. We bring our bench up. We rest our arms on our bench. Now we have a little more height. How do you like me now? Okay, we're going to move over. We'll probably come back. It all depends on how much time we got. Going to move one out of the way. Even though I'll probably bring it back. But now, we want to use our extreme resistance band set up here, and we actually want to conduct a neck exercise. So we're going to put this around our head, and we're going to raise our neck. Raise our head, which is controlled by our neck. And believe me, that is strengthening your neck and your shoulder neck muscles. Alrighty. I'm going to leave it in this position. Well, maybe not. I'm going to take it off and I'm going to get in position and I'm going to wrap it around me. Okay, here we are. So now it's around my back. And it's too much resistance for me to do a push-up, but I can effectively do a push-up like this, and trust me, if I do this or if I just raise my back, I'm getting a tremendous core workout. Oh, you hear me moaning? That's no joke. Now, of course, there's still more you can do with that while it's connected. Yeah, you can do pulls. Utilizing your entire body. Then you can separate the bands, step in the middle, and have one in each hand. And now you can do a squat. Or you can do pulls. That is a real challenging exercise. So, I'm not going to try and crowd everything or cram everything that I can into this workout because I will be burned out for the rest of the day. So I'd like to thank you all very much for viewing my Latchbar workout. Remember, you could be doing the same thing. Log on to my website, www.LW500products.net. Take a view. You may see some discount surprises. Also, log on to YouTube. There's more than 100 demonstrations. In the search field, type my product name, LW500 Latchbar Exercise System. Once I come up, subscribe. Please, give me some subscriptions. This will allow me to get my own channel. Doesn't cost you anything. Thank you all very much. Have a nice day. See you on my next workout.